coming at you live from my floor. Oh, hello everyone. Yes, we are on the floor today, and I wanted to do a collective book haul that features PR, author mail, things I purchased myself, because I personally really love watching book hauls because it gives me inspiration for, my TBR. I love, seeing what the people in the book world are buying, receiving, and I just find them really inspiring and just easy, fun videos to watch. So hopefully that's what you get out of this video. I know some people feel a certain way about hauls. Please understand, I am not here to brag about anything. I have been a book, I guess, influencer now for basically 2 years. So I do get books sent to me pretty often. I'm so lucky and I just connect with the best people and I never take any of it for granted. And again, a lot of this is also stuff that I purchased myself, so we're gonna get the variety. Oh, and also pretty confident every single book here, with the exception, no, actually every single book here I think is a romance book. So if you're looking for books that aren't romance, I don't think you're gonna find any in this haul. I'm also not gonna go in any sort of order, and there are also gonna be books on here that I haven't shown yet if you follow me on TikTok or Instagram. So you're gonna just see everything here. Some of these books I've had for a while, some of these books are new to my collection, and some of these books I've read, so I can tell you about, and some of these books I haven't read. Also, a reason why I love hauls is if you have read any of these books that I'm showing and you liked it, I would love to know. Let's just get into this giant book haul. Where do we start? You know what? Actually, let's start with the most recent thing that I got in the mail today. So this was actually author mail, and do I have the little stuff that it came with? I do. So I love small town romance. I love small town romance authors, and a small town romance author who I adore is Miss Catherine Cowles, and she sent over her newest book that literally comes out in a week. It comes out first week of May. And this is Echoes of You. I mean, the cover, I am in shambles because it is disgustingly gorgeous. I did also get Whispers of You sent to me from her. I ARC read that book, and I recently ARC read this book. So I listened to it on audio. This is the second book in her Lost and Found series. This is a small town romantic suspense story. This one is second chance, really protective main character. There's animals in here. There's a stalker, a lot of good, a true mix of romance. Like, I really loved the couple so much. And I loved their history with each other and them reconnecting, and then a lot of suspense. And this little PR package came with, first off, the cutest little case, and then there's a small bookish business that I love. Their names are Lila and June Co. And they do these book tarot cards. I'm sure you've seen people use them on Instagram and TikTok and whatever, and they're so gorgeous. Like, the designs on them, I'm dying. So they did a little pack for Catherine's newest release for Echoes of You, and I am obsessed. So I was so happy to get this. Catherine is so nice and lovely, and absolutely check out this series if you haven't yet and you like small town romance and you want a little bit of suspense in there. I think Catherine just does it so well. And let's keep the small town romance train going. I actually have, these are very special, and these are actually some of my new prized possessions. So we have Powerless, both versions of Powerless by Elsie Silver. So we have the people cover, the discreet cover. Elsie literally kills it every single time, especially with these Chestnut Springs series. The people covers and the discreet covers are both just chef's kiss 10 out of 10. So I read Powerless. I loved it. Another Friends to Lovers, Spicy. He's a hockey player. She's literally a runaway bride, ballet dancer, which is why you get the little ballerina on this. Obsessed with this book. Gave it 5 stars. My friend went to Readers Take Denver, and I was like, can you please get me signed Elsie books? Like, please just get me Powerless because I don't have these 2 yet. So she got them for me, and these editions are signed, and I'm like so happy to have these. So this one says, Kelly, happy reading. And then this one, the story behind this one is my friend went to Elsie's table the first day of Readers Take Denver, right? And then she was like, oh my God, Kelly, I forgot to get your books. Let me go back the second day. I was like, listen, it's not a big deal, but if you remember, you remember. So she did in fact go back the second day. And she was like, it's funny because Elsie was like, oh, you're back at my table. And she was like, yeah, I'm actually getting books for my friend Kelly. And Elsie did know who I was because, again, I've talked to Elsie for a while. She is the nicest, sweetest little precious angel baby. I love her so much. And so in this book, my friend was like, oh, you're going to have to wait and see what she put in one of your books. Because I was like, I don't need a special message. Just have her put to Kelly. I don't care. She can put whatever she wants. And then this one says, Kelly, I love you, Elsie Silver. I love Elsie Silver right back. One of my favorite authors. I have read most of her books. I'm quite literally missing 2 of the Gold Rush Ranch books, and then I've read her entire backlist, basically. She also has a short story that I haven't read yet, but she is the best. I love small town romance. I love cowboy romance, and Elsie is the GOAT. And I was so happy to snag this. This cover that I'm about to show is actually out of print, but the new ones that they did are really cute anyway, but I was just happy to get this because I do really love the out of print cover for Next of Kin by Hannah Bonham Young. Yeah, Hannah Bonham Young. And this book has been recommended to me a couple times, and I see the girlies talking about it and they love it. I'm really excited for this. I do think I'm going to eat this up. This is a romance between, I think they're like guardians. I don't know if both the guy and the girl are guardians to children or if it's just the girl who is a guardian type situation. But basically, it's, you know, it's not like single parent, but they have children involved. And one thing about me is if it's single parent, guardian, something with a kid, I will be eating it up. Then I feel like this little duet right here, the Fisherman series by Julianne, is having a moment. So I did find this edition that is both of the books in it on Pengo Books for like very cheap. So it has book 1 and book 2 in here. I probably won't even be reading this physically. I'll probably be listening to this on audio. But why did this book jump out at me? It's an age gap romance. That's all I really needed to know. But I believe this is an age gap romance. They're neighbors. And the girl actually is very, I believe, like Christian and stuff like that. So like she's kind of dealing with that while she has feelings for this older man who's a handyman. And I guess his name is literally Fisher Man. And that's why it's called like the Fisher Man series. I thought he actually was someone who fished. Like I thought he was going to be a fish daddy, but apparently that's not the case. I feel a little betrayed. No, but I've heard nothing but really good things about this. I'm really excited. Julianne is definitely an author who I want to read from this year, like multiple books, because her books just seem like they're going to be right up my alley. Again, I've heard this is wonderful. You had me at age gap romance, so of course I had to get it. And I really like this cover with the people on it. I think it's really cute. I like people covers, and I really like this one. Okay, next, I believe I pulled all of the books that I have received recently from Read Forever Pub. They're so sweet. I love them. The first book that I got is actually an advanced reader copy, so an ARC of this book called Forget Me Not by Julie Soto. I mean, number one, the cover, actually stunning. From what I know about this one, this is actually a second chance romance between a girl and her ex-boyfriend. I think she is a wedding planner. Yes, she gave that her goal is to become a go-to wedding planner in Sacramento. And then I believe her ex-boyfriend is a florist. That's incredible. I'm really, really excited to read this. Unsure of when this book comes out. I'm so sorry. I don't think, oh no, it says on sale July 11th. Okay, good. So I do have time to like check this out and read it as an ARC. But really, I love Second Chance. I love that she's a wedding planner. I love that he's a florist. This sounds really, really good. And again, the cover, actually insane. Then I was sent, and I'm so excited about this. This I just got like very, very recently from them. This is Dark Succession by Katie Robert. Katie Robert is one of my all-time favorite authors. If you're new here, I will read anything the woman writes. And this is actually a just like reprint with the publisher. So this book already exists, but it's just getting published with Read Forever Pub. And this is the first book in a Mafia series. Katie has the works, and I just eat up her books every single time. So I am very, very excited for this one. And I love the cover with the florals. It's so pretty. And then finally, I actually was sent a finished copy of Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez when I do have an ARC copy already, paperback, that was sent to me. So I don't even necessarily need this copy. So I think I'm actually just going to send this to my friend who read this book and she loved it. And I recently read Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez. Like I literally read it last week, I think. Over a week ago, and that book put me in a book hangover because it is one of my favorite books that I've read all year. It's one of my favorite books of all time. This is the follow-up, follows a girl who is in Part of Your World, and I'm so excited. Like, I know people who they loved Part of Your World and they loved this one even more, so I am saving. I think I'm gonna read this one mid-May because I'm just scared I'm gonna love it so much like I did with Part of Your World, and it's gonna put me in like another book slump, book hangover where no other book will compete. I really like Abby Jimenez's writing. I just think with Part of Your World, it was so special the way it was just such a sweet romance, but also dealt with heavier topics as well. It was just such a perfect, flawless book. Apparently this one is just as perfect and flawless, so I am very excited to get into this one. Then for some more author PR mail, we have this book that was sent to me by LJ Evans that is called Sweet Memory. I almost called it Sweet Melody. If you can see, there is a guitar on the front cover. So this is, to my knowledge, the first book in like a rock star band romance series. Like I'm pretty sure every book in this series follows a member of this band, which is really cool. I don't know much about this book except that it is, aside, you know, from being a rock star romance, I believe the trope in this one is second chance. This just showed up randomly at my door, and that was really nice. And then another book that when I was reached out by the PR company to get this sent to me, I was like, absolutely sign me the fuck up. We have The Tryst by Lauren Blakely. This book is age gap, forbidden, ex-boyfriend's dad, steamy. I mean, say less. Those are all of my favorite tropes in one book. I don't know much about this book except literally the trope. The back says, some men are just off limits, like your ex-boyfriend's father. Sold, say less, done deal. Just recently from Good Girls PR, and they're lovely over there. I've actually worked with them for stuff already. They're a new PR company. So nice. They sent me a whole PR box for The Coldest Winter, which is the newest book from Brittany Cherry. This book is student teacher, forbidden, age gap. It does also have heavier topics in here as well, so check your triggers. And I know it's going to make me cry, so I will be saving this book for when I want the tears. I love that it's student teacher, forbidden, another book that sounds right up my alley. This is a book that I also received a PR package for a while ago, but I wanted to include it in here because it is extremely underrated, but every time I show it, people go crazy. So this is Pinky Promise. And look, yeah, those are pink edges, baby. Pink edges, and the book inside has pink font. This book is by Rebecca Rennick, and she actually, if you want this version with the pink font, if you want to keep up on the pink edges, not all of the versions have the pink edges, because she does like spray it herself, but she does do restocks pretty often on especially the books with the pink font on the inside. I would follow her Instagram and TikTok for updates on that. But anyways, I was sent a whole PR box for this book. The people went crazy because it is a pink book, and as you can see, the character has pink hair. I am so excited to check out this book. I meant to read it in February, but then I got a little distracted, but it is on my high priority TBR. This, I believe, is a grumpy sunshine, opposites attract, like rich man romance. I don't know if he's a billionaire. Maybe he's not a billionaire, but I definitely think the main guy has money, honey, and I think the girl owns a coffee shop. That's all I can remember right now, but from the blurb, it sounds really cute. I love Grumpy Sunshine. I love when characters have pink hair. I used to have pink hair way back in the day. So, I mean, just based off vibes alone, I do think I'm going to enjoy this book. And actually, I know other people, mutuals of mine, who have read it and they really enjoyed it and said I would like it. So I have very high hopes for this book that I'm going to love it. Other really exciting author mail that I received a little while ago, but I was so excited when she reached out to send me books. Like, I was just thrilled because I am absolutely obsessed with her writing. I received some book mail from QB Tyler, and she sent me Second Semester and Unconditional. This is actually the Hello Lovely special edition of Unconditional, and I wanted this so badly, and I missed when they had it in like a restock sale, but she was so kind and sent it to me. She follows my TikTok and my Instagram, so I think she knew from me tagging her in a whole bunch of videos that Unconditional and Second Semester were my favorite books by her. Both of these are heavy age gap romances, and that's why I love them so much. But honestly, I love QB's writing. The way she just writes these taboo, forbidden romances with immaculate spice. The woman is just unmatched. Haven't read a book from her that I didn't enjoy, and both of these are absolutely perfect. So if you like taboo, forbidden, age gap, spicy books, you have to check them out. QB is just the nicest ever. I'm like looking at my pile and I'm like, where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? Okay, let's do some more author mail that I received again a while ago. I got these books sent to me a good minute ago, but I wanted to talk about them because it is from an underrated author. I feel like Lena is slowly getting more recognition, which is great because it's what she deserves. She's so kind. So Lena Hendricks sent me over The Badge and Finding You. The Badge is the first book in her cowboy romantic suspense, I think. I think this book actually has like some suspense in it. It's not just like a sweet and spicy small town romance. I haven't read this book yet, but I'm so excited to. I have the Kindle version of this as well. I don't want to say an audiobook is coming soon, but it could be because actually, even though she also sent me Finding You, this one is a small town. I believe this is like best friend sister relationship. That's kind of the forbidden element to it. Something with like a relative. I read this book, I should know. Sorry, my memory is wild. I read this book like 2 months ago. But she sent me the audiobook for Finding You as well, so I did get to listen to it on audio, and I really had a fun time with it. It was a quick, easy listen. Again, you get that little forbidden element in there. Small town vibes, great spice. It's kind of also, oh, the thing with this one is it says, yeah, I never thought I'd find her after 8 years in the Marines. I'm still looking for the mysterious woman I've obsessed with ever since, you know, her first letter. So you get that pen pal situation. They were writing letters. He was in the military. So if you like that stuff, you'll definitely enjoy this. And the spice was really good. So Hello Lovely Box is a, you know, book merch company. They have, you know, apparel, they do special edition books, and on their website they have a section for books that are called like dented and damaged. And here's the thing, every book that I've purchased from that section barely has any damage to it. Like, I thought the book was going to come in and it would be kind of busted looking, and in there they had their edition of Shame by Fiona Cole. I haven't read anything by Fiona Cole yet, but I know she is a spicy, you know, romance author, and I feel like I'm gonna like her books. And there's like barely any damage on here. Like, there is like the slightest little indent on the spine, and other than that, it's in beautiful, perfect condition. So for the price that I paid for it, I am thrilled. And I just think this cover is so sick. It's just like so simple and sexy, and I love it. So I did treat myself to this. I love it. I love special edition books. Hi, it's me. Hi, I'm the problem. I need help. Then a book that I found for so cheap. This is the last chapter edition of Ward by Margot Scott. I've had my eye on this for a while because, listen, it's pink. I do love the cover, and the last chapter book box is, you know, another bookish company. They have special editions, they have apparel. You can shop what they have on their website. And why did this appeal to me? I mean, number one, nice and short. I love short books. This is a forbidden age gap romance. Say less. And that is all I know about it. So I'm an easy sell, people, an easy sell. You say it's a forbidden age gap romance, I'm like, you're coming home with me. Another thing that I purchased for myself off of Pango Books, and I wanted to get this before they became really hard to find, I decided to just get the out of print cover of Ice Planet Barbarians by Ruby Dixon. If you don't know, you probably do. These are getting beautiful cartoon covers. I mean, it's hard to call them cartoon covers. They're just getting recovered with like beautiful artwork on them, and they're amazing because Ice Planet Barbarians was like picked up by a publisher. It was literally picked up by Berkeley. I love Ice Planet Barbarians. No, I have not read the entire series yet. I'm slowly working my way through it because these books really are comfort books for me. Every time I read them, I'm so happy. Like, I really am. Like, they just make me so happy. I think they are the funnest books ever. I don't want the whole collection in, you know, the out of print covers, but the first one I just felt like I needed because this is the book that started it all. And I do love the pink and the blue and like the colors on it. And it's like iconic, actually. Like, it really is. So I am very happy to have this in my collection because, again, I'm just a really big Ice Planet Barbarians fan. I was sent this duet by Nicole Fox. She reached out to me, and my friend, who's a big Mafia person, loves Nicole Fox and her books, and she was like, oh yeah, I think you'll like them. I love Mafia books. So the duet is Sapphire Scars and then Sapphire Tears. So yeah, first book is Sapphire Scars, second book is Sapphire Tears. I actually don't know what this is about. What does it say? He's my ex's brother, a terrifying mob boss with a past too dark to share, and when he finds out I'm pregnant, he becomes something else too. The husband I never asked for. Oh yes, Nicole Fox is someone who loves pregnancy and secret babies in her books, and she's a Mafia author. So if you like those two things, definitely check her out. I love Mafia. I actually don't think I feel like I have. I've read Mafia books where there's secret baby. But I am very excited for these because, again, I have friends who have read them and enjoyed them. So if you want Mafia books, here you go. I was recently sent a whole PR box for The Summer We Fell, which is the newest book by Elizabeth O'Rourke. I recently read the first book in her Devil series, A Deal with the Devil, and I really enjoyed it, and I am excited to dig into more of Elizabeth's work. I've heard most of the people are like absolutely obsessed with this one, and it's definitely on my spring-summer TBR. This is a second chance romance between a girl and actually I think it's her ex-boyfriend's best friend. I don't think it's the ex-boyfriend's brother. I think it's the ex-boyfriend's best friend, but I could be wrong. But it is that kind of, you know, thing. And it's a book where you get told in the present and in the past. I actually also heard the audiobook for this is really, really great. So I may actually end up picking it up on audio, even though it is a shorter book. I should just read it physically. Oh, the back says an angsty second chance forbidden romance. Oh yeah, apparently this is very, very angsty. So if you want something with a lot of angst, The Summer We Fell by Elizabeth O'Rourke is probably the book for you. Again, I've heard nothing but good things. And some more author book mail. I was sent these 3 books from Charity Farrell, and Charity writes, I believe, like small town romance, like angsty romance. Just, you know, she's a romance author. I know a lot of people who have read her books and they really loved it. These books have beautiful covers. I knew the tropes when I was picking out the books for her to send them to me, but I don't remember what they're about right now, but I wanted to show them off anyway because they're so pretty. So the 3 books that I got, we have Just One Night, Just Roommates, and then Just a Fling. I feel like I'm so positive that almost all of these are age gaps, and I went for the age gap forbidden option. One of them is probably also a single parent. She just has a whole bunch of romance books available. Please check her out. She's lovely. She sent a really cute PR package for these, and they do have these discrete covers with the florals, and there are still like people covers available too. So whatever your preference is, you can find. And then also super recently, one of my good author pals who I adore, Morgan Elizabeth, sent me the recovered versions of her, what is it, Springbok Hills series. So they have these new cartoon covers that match like all of her other books because all of her other books have like cute cartoon covers, and Morgan is just the best in the entire world. Okay, I love her. I'm a little biased. She's the sweetest. But let's put them in the right order. So her Springbok Hills series starts with The Distraction. Like look how cute that cover is. It's actually the cutest. So we have The Distraction, The Protector, literally the cutest. The Substitution. I mean, we have a redhead. Hello, can't wait for this one. And then we have, what is this one called? The Connection. Morgan writes sweet and spicy romances. You must check her books out. She is the best. I haven't read this series yet, but it is on my high priority TBR. Okay, so we are almost done. Here's the final little stack. These are books that I actually ordered from Book Depository because they are going out of business, which is really sad. And there were some UK covers and UK editions that I wanted to get. So that's what we have here. I actually got the UK versions of Once Upon a Broken Heart and Ballad of Never After by Stephanie Garber, but those I already put away, so I'm not going to show them. But I got the UK version of Belladonna. I just finished this book before finishing this video, and this was great. This was a YA gothic tale because the girl literally like can't die, and she sees death, and it's just really cool. There's like a murder mystery going on. Does end on a cliffhanger. Second book is coming out, I think, in like August or something, unless it's the fall, but I think it may be coming out in August. I love the UK cover with these birds and the plants. It's just so pretty. I love the purple, so I did have to get this. Keeping the purple going, I love this UK version of Gothicana by Runix. I haven't read this book yet, but I do have the audiobook. This is a student teacher, another gothic tale as well. This is student teacher, age gap, forbidden, and he's like, I think it may have to be with like a piano teacher, but there's also like witchy stuff in here, I believe. It's not just like a forbidden romance. Like I'm pretty sure there's like witches and magic and stuff. I think. Hopefully I'm not lying, but I'm pretty sure that that's what happens in here. And my friend who read it said I would really like it, so it is on my very high priority audiobook TBR, and I can't wait to listen to it. Finally, the UK editions of this series are so beautiful. Like my jaw hit the floor when I saw the covers, and I had the US hardcover of it, but I'm getting rid of that to just have these UK editions. So that is 6 Crimson Cranes, and then its sequel, The Dragon's Promise by Elizabeth Lim. I mean, are you kidding me? The color scheme on these covers has me in shambles. So this is a YA fantasy series, and one of the reasons why it stood out to me was because the author said it was inspired by Sailor Moon. That was quite literally all I needed to know. Sailor Moon is one of my favorite shows in the entire world. I'm really excited for these. I feel like me saying it's inspired by Sailor Moon is all that you need to know. And again, I am obsessed with these covers. I am so happy to have these in my collection. All right, people. So that was it. That was a big book haul. If you have read, like I said, any of these books that I haven't read yet and you loved them, please let me know. As always, all of my socials are linked down below. My Goodreads, TikTok, Instagram. I would follow me over there to keep up with what I'm reading in the moment. If you like this video, please subscribe. It means so much to me, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!